finally all packed up for Alaska. I'm pretty exhausted. It's been a really long day. This is how I packed. So I basically have one bag that holds my skis, boots, clothes, everything. It's called the douche bag. Not making that up. It's literally called the douche bag. Packing in a tiny space is pretty challenging. My ski bag takes up my entire floor. I'm going to bed because I pre-ordered an Uber for 6:20 a.m. to get to the airport, dropping my truck off at 6, it's the whole thing. So, good morning guys. I am in an Uber on the way to Salt Lake City Airport, flying to Alaska today. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't sleep much last night. I'm a little nervous, pretty excited, but meeting my buddies Chris and Ethan at SeaTech, and then we jump on a plane to Alaska. At the airport. Skis in tow. Still nervous. What's up, guys? All right, so I just got back from Alaska. It was incredible. I want to take you guys through it, tell you all about it. All right, I flew from Salt Lake to Anchorage, and then from Anchorage, it's about an hour drive up to the cutest little town called Girdwood. I found it very cute. Actually, it was basically like stepping back into time 10, 15 years. There's one hotel, there's one cab company, there's a handful of restaurants, really good restaurants, great seafood. We ate really well. And then some cool like dive bars, brewery. I think the population of Girdwood is maybe 2,500 people, and it's actually the only ski town in Alaska. So it's in the Chugach mountain range, which are known to be really steep stuff. And Alaska, am I saying that right? Alaska has the hardest ski run in all of North America. 50-degree slope with rocky chutes, a narrow little chute. I did not do that one. We did, however, get really lucky and we got to do this gnarly hike. They opened Headwall is what it's called. So you take the Glacier Bowl Express chair up and you check in with Ski Patrol. You have to have a beacon. You kind of hike the ridge line. It's actually a black diamond or a double black diamond traverse, which I've never heard of that, but it's like my buddy Chris that was on a snowboard carried a snowboard. A couple people popped their skis in. I'm not sure what Ethan did. He was in front of me. So I went with my two buddies, Chris and Ethan, who also live in vans. So you kind of check in with Ski Patrol with your beacon. And after the traverse, you can drop in there. That's called High Traverse. And that is sometimes open, I believe, like more frequently. But then you can take this, I have photos of it, straight up hike. I mean, skis on the back, ski poles, snow coming down on you, barely boot packed out. Straight up. Like straight up hike to the peak, and that's Headwall. It was possibly the best run we had all weekend. Maybe even better than what we got out of the Heli Ski. The snow was just really good. Also, there's just like a different feeling when you earn your turns. So we do this hike up. I originally told the guys, I'm not gonna do it. Like I was kind of like nervous and I don't always do that well hiking. But the key is here, you're not at altitude. The highest point of this resort is like maybe 3,300 feet. So it's super easy to hike it when you don't require a third lug. So I get to the top, I see my buddies, we're celebrating, we're happy, full of endorphins. Like the feeling I get when I do a hike like that, like there's a lot of times I doubt myself in my head. I have to have like this mental conversation with myself. Like, do you want to do this? Can you do this? Like, are you doing it for the right reasons? I have all this like chatter in my head. I am just very much an overthinker. And I was like, yeah, I want to do this. I'm not bailing. I don't want to get half the run. I want the whole run. Also, this hike has been open a handful of times in like the last decade. So considering we were that lucky to have it open while we were there, I was like, I have to do it. So up I went, get up there. I'm with Ethan and Chris, and I hand my phone to Ethan and I was like, hey, would you mind taking a picture of me with like the mountains that are right on the backside of the resort if they're out of bounds? He's like, sure. We're walking over there. My phone is in his hand. And we just see the whole side of the mountain just let go and slide, avalanche. Holy shit. Like you hear the rumbling, everybody's like, holy shit, oh my God. People are just like, I mean, I haven't seen a slide like that ever. I've seen slides, controlled slides that ski patrol sets off in the morning when they're Abbey blasting. And it was just like, it was just kind of shocking. Like I was just we were all just kind of frozen, and I grabbed my phone from Ethan and I was like, just started recording it. Just watched a slide avalanche come down this chute here. Absolutely insane. No one hurt. 2 skiers were at the top, coming back down the way they went up. But it was just kind of like the day before we're going heli skiing, just a reminder of like, you know, these mountains, like they can be unforgiving, and it is a pretty extreme sport. Anyways, after we kind of like calmed down a little bit from that, and it was just, like I said, a little surreal, we started down, and it was an epic run. You know, one of those runs where everybody's just hooting and hollering. The snow was great. The pitch was steep as shit. One of the steepest runs I've skied in bounds.
Yeah, girl. Okay. That was awesome. Oh yeah.
Pretty epic hike, not gonna lie. But I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. So we got in Friday night. We check into the hotel, the Alyeska Hotel Resort. It's a ski in, ski out. Just was kind of cool, like learning how the town worked. The resort doesn't open till like 11:30 for skiing, 11:30 a.m. and it goes to like 6:30 p.m. this time of year, which was kind of nice. Like we could go out, have dinner, have a drink or two, and like not have to get up at like 8 a.m. to try to get first chair. We're in the elevator, going up to our room with our luggage and stuff, and we see this like a group of guys get on, older guys with all their ski gear and snow on them. And we're like, how was it out there today? And they're like, pretty good. Like, oh, where are you from? This guy's like, oh, just a little town outside of Buffalo. I'm from a little town outside of Buffalo. And I was like, shut up, where? He's like, well, I grew up in Orchard Park. That's where the Bills play. He's like, but I have a little cottage in Sunset Bay. And I was like, I used to bartend in Sunset Bay. I used to work in Sunset Bay. Like, that's crazy. It's literally like 10 minutes from my super small hometown. So just like a good omen all around. Plus, I if you know me, I love Buffalo. I love the Bills. And I love meeting other people from Buffalo all over the world. So pretty crazy to be in Alaska, meeting somebody from Buffalo. Good vibes to start the weekend off with. So that was Friday night. Also, what was really cool, the hotel asked us if we wanted like wake up calls. And at first I was thinking like, what are they talking about? We all have an iPhone, we all have an alarm, like we can get ourselves up, no thanks. But they meant, do you want a wake up call in case the northern lights come out? And we were like, hell yeah. Every night, set that wake up call. Like we didn't know if we were gonna see it. It was like a half moon. We didn't know how dark it was gonna be. Friday night, we went to bed early. We didn't see it. We didn't get a wake up call. Saturday, after we did the hike and everything at the resort, we were down at Chair 5, which is a locals bar, pool table kind of dive bar. And one of the locals came into the bar and was like, the lights are out. And everybody went outside at like 10:30 at night. And people were losing their minds. Like it was unbelievable. And it was only 10:30. We're like, it's gonna get darker. It's gonna get better. Let's go back to the resort. There'll be less light pollution. Have some beers by the fire pit, whatever, hang out. And we're like just out back, like kind of like on like the resort where you kind of ski down to, just staring up, I think till like 2-3 in the morning. And it was just like this energy, frequency, vibes in the air, like kind of popping off over here and then popping off over there. And it was just absolutely a once in a lifetime experience. Getting Headwall to open, seeing the northern lights, and then the next day was like why we were out there to go heli skiing. It was just tons of endorphins, huge. I'm still on a high from it. Like it was just absolutely incredible. One other thing I want to say too is that the whole time I was up in Alaska, the thought in the back of my head was like, I got to make this drive. I got to drive up there. Whether I take the ferry up and drive back or drive up and take the ferry back. Like I think I want to spend like 3 or 4 months up there. It's such a cool area, like so much nature, so much everything. Cool little things like on their I think there's like one main highway that goes through Alaska. No billboards, like no advertising in your face, just like beautiful nature. Saw a bald eagle. The whole time I just kept thinking that. And it's kind of crazy too because I'm nowhere near ready to quit this lifestyle. There's definitely still so much more I want to see and do, and I'm still on a high when I go to places like this, and I'm still thinking, oh yeah, I want to come here in my rig, I want to go there. So it's kind of like a nice confirmation that, you know, just not ready to give it up yet. But let's get to the actual heli skiing, why we came to Alaska, why we came on this trip. Everything else around it was amazing and just kind of like bonus extra. But the main reason we went up there was to go heli skiing with the Chugach Powder Guides. Can't recommend them enough. Absolutely amazing experience. Let's dive into that now. I can't explain how good of an experience it was. They run top-notch operation. They try to fly every day of the year that they can. The area we went heli skiing in, they're the only ones that have a permit in that area. So the only heli operation there. The pilot's skills were unbelievably impressive. I'd actually never been in a helicopter before. I was huddled down over our gear between Chris and Ethan at one point, and like we look, you know, we're looking up, we're doing the whole thing, covering our face from the wind, and the heli's like landing 5 to 7 inches from us. And like at one point I had locked eyes with Ethan and we were just like, this is fucking crazy. Yeah, and I was really nervous leading up to this. Just again, I'm an overthinker. I love to push my boundaries and push myself. But I still get nervous. I mean, I'm human, I get nervous. And I was like, the day I flew out when the heli was like 4 days away, I was nervous. Skis in tow. Still nervous. But for some reason, when I woke up that morning, I wasn't nervous. I was actually pretty calm. I was shocked, really shocked. Especially, we're sitting in the hangar with a helicopter, giant helicopter behind us, watching the safety video and going through everything, getting our gear, getting the harnesses, our Abby bags. And like I was super calm. It was great. It couldn't have been better. Our guide, Dan, who's actually also from Boston, was great. I mean, he was just like fun and easygoing, obviously like was professional and was making sure we were staying safe on the mountain, but wanted everybody to have a good time. He brought his camera with him and got some sick photos of all of us. It was a little bit variable snow conditions out there, and you know, he was doing his best to like move around the mountain ranges to find the best runs for us. I think we got somewhere between like 17 and 18,000 vertical feet, which was awesome. Maybe 8 or 9 trips up in the heli. Absolutely amazing. It's like all above tree line, just these rolling hills of covered in snow, steep chutes, just really great. Which was really cool too is that all of the guides with the Chugach Powder Guides are Flylow sponsored. They all had Flylow gear on. I'm an ambassador for Flylow. I had my Flylow gear on, so it was kind of cool. So yeah, all around, I can't say enough good things about the Chugach Powder Guides. Great experience. If you guys get a chance, I highly recommend going out there. Ski the resort, stay at the Alyeska Hotel. Happy I got to go. We'll definitely be back. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you could please hit the link below, subscribe, comment, like, ding that bell. We're gonna have more videos coming to you. I'm gonna work on my video skills. Yeah, but that's a wrap. Until next time, glamp on.
Hey guys, that skis really well. You can kind of go anywhere right in my track.
Exactly.
Right
That was awesome. Hell yeah.
Yeah, dudes.